Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bill Cortland, your MC for tonight, and I'm honored to be with you again this year, celebrating the academic achievements of our Matador student athletes. All the students that will be honored here tonight are great examples of our dedicated student athletes and their academic advisors, faculty, and staff here at CSUN, and what being a Matador truly represents. With that, I welcome to the podium our University President, Dr. Diane Harrison.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Sorry. I have to say that it's really nice to be able to have this event in this great Valley Performing Arts Center and really open it up to other people on our campus who might not have been here before or who have not taken advantage of the wonderful performances that are hosted here on a regular basis. So I'm really glad that you're here. But the staff of VPAC would remind me that the acoustics in VPAC, in the great performing hall, which is right there, are exquisite, outstanding. But this lobby area was not designed to be acoustically perfect because we normally don't have performances here. So if you hear this kind of echo, it's because we're talking at 3 floors. So I hope you'll be patient with our voice system. So I want to say that under the leadership of Dr. Brandon Martin, our Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, I'm proud to say, and I hope you have noticed, that more and more students, alumni, and community members are coming to our athletic events. Our most loyal fans and supporters are sharing their excitement with others. They're inviting friends. We have clubs and organizations that are coming to games and competitions and helping us build and grow our fan base. And having successes like the great starts of our women's water polo, our baseball, softball, and women's tennis teams, and the women's basketball team making it to the NCAA tournament for the 2nd year in a row doesn't hurt either. And I would suspect that everyone in this room understands and appreciates the big role that athletics plays in providing opportunities to students and creating pride and community for us. And for these reasons, using athletics as a tool of engagement is actually one of the 7 university priorities and initiatives. To support this goal, we are positioning our teams to be competitive. We want and support our student athletes to be successful both on the field, on the court, or in the pool, and in the classroom. And further engaging our alumni and the surrounding community to support our students' success. Efforts like the renovations of the Matadome and our other athletic facilities, the establishment of the Matador Achievement Center, and this spring, the addition of a sand volleyball court for our women's sand volleyball team underscore our commitment to these goals in support of our athletics program. But competition and performance on the playing field are just a part of the student-athlete experience. Academic success in the classroom by student-athletes is just as important, if not more important. And for these reasons, I look forward to this Varsity N event every year when we get to honor our student-athletes for being well-rounded individuals through their commitment to academic success. And of course, while we value your athletic skills and prowess, Your academic success is crucial to us. I recognize that balancing practice, games, and studying and going to class can be difficult. But please know that the senior leadership of this university, as well as your athletics director, his staff, and your coaches, are on the same page regarding the necessity of your success academically. Tonight, we're going to honor 81 scholar athletes. This is the largest number so far in the history of the university. And before Dr. Martin has the opportunity to say it, I will say it too. I'd like that number to be higher, higher, higher. And we will get there. This evening's honorees include 2 of your fellow student athletes who are graduate students, Jennifer Tyler on our softball team, and Cinnamon Lister from our women's basketball. It also includes our Big West Scholar Athletes of the Year, Marissa Young, I just spotted you, water polo, and Jordan Taylor, who rumor has it may be in class tonight from our track team. So I want to congratulate all of those individuals. As I alluded earlier, our student athletes are not only achieving academic excellence, they're also excelling on the court, on the field, on the track, and of course, in the pool. Women's water polo is nationally ranked and kicked off Big West Conference play at Hawaii and defeated them at their home pool. Way to go. Men's volleyball, yes. Men's volleyball, also nationally ranked, has won 3 in a row, headed into 2 home matches this weekend. Our women's tennis team started this season at 9-0, the best start in 14 years. And of course, women's basketball won the Big West tournament the 2nd year in a row, advancing to the NCAA tournament, where in my view, they gave Stanford a run for their money. Softball is off to its best start since 1996 and is currently 25-9. Congratulations. 5 of our men's soccer players were named to the Big West All-Conference team this fall. Congratulations to those guys. And our men's basketball team made it to the Big West tournament for the 2nd year in a row. Congratulations. And of course, sand volleyball has a brand new facility that we were able to unveil earlier this month. We won our first home game, and this past weekend, 2 of our student athletes placed 2nd overall at a tournament in Hawaii. And yes, congratulations. And I want to put a plug in for those new Matador flip-flops, courtesy of our women's sand volleyball. And I think Dawn Ellerby had something to do with it. But if you haven't seen them, you will want a pair, I promise you. They're fabulous. I'm also pleased to note that all of the sports that I've mentioned have honorees this year to Varsity N. And of course, the success of our student athletes would not be possible without the strong support of others, many of whom are here this evening. So let me take just a minute to thank the people for their support of these amazing men and women student athletes. Will the parents and grandparents please stand so we can thank you? I want to recognize the outstanding work of the Matador Achievement Center and our academic advising team. Will you please stand? And of course, the leadership of athletics, including Athletic Director Martin, his staff, and all of our coaches. Please let us recognize and thank you. I've never known coaches to be shy like that. Okay. And to the students here this evening, I thank you for showing as much commitment to your education and to your studies as you do to your training and your competitions. You serve as role models, leaders, and academic mentors for your fellow student athletes and for students all across campus. Thank you. I am now pleased to welcome our next speaker, Dr. Brandon Martin.
Thank you, President Harrison. I'm delighted to be here today with our staff, faculty, parents, and our academic champions. Today is a special day for CSUN Athletics because it epitomizes the true essence of our mission and our core values. Today we celebrate the commitment, focus, and pride that our student athletes have demonstrated in our academic quest for excellence. I can proudly say that today is a win not only for athletics and our student athletes, but for our entire university. Our university is on the rise, and I'm glad that the 81 student athletes being honored today are making CSUN shine. Since arriving at CSUN, I have spoken extensively about academic success being our most important pursuit. The 45 new inductees being honored this year is symbolic of our student athletes' commitment to be the best scholars and academic achievers in the Big West Conference. But to have this success, resources and commitment from staff are paramount. Having the Academic Achievement Center has put us on par with our conference peers, enhancing our mentoring, tutoring, advising staff, and addressing our needs with technology. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our academic advising staff and members from the Matador Achievement Center. Can you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. We appreciate all that you do for our students. The dynamic teaching, service, and passion of our faculty have empowered our student athletes to set high academic goals and excel in the classroom. And our faculty have been advocates and supporters of our pursuit towards comprehensive excellence. At this time, I would like to acknowledge all faculty members in attendance and stand and be recognized. Thank you so much for your commitment and your belief in our student athletes. And lastly, I would like to thank the members of our coaching staff. Our coaches are passionate about academic success, and all have been mentors, teachers, and guardians for our student athletes. Thank you for your efforts and hard work to produce the 81 academic champions we have here today. Thank you again for joining us today. Now let's honor our student athletes.
Thank you, Dr. Martin, Dr. Harrison. Before we bring up our honorees, we have a little bit of housekeeping for you all. Our official photographers will be taking photos of all of our student athletes. So we ask that all guests please remain in your seats during the program. Now I'm going to call up the head coach from each team to assist as we honor this year's Varsity N inductees. When I call your sports coach to come on up here, I'd like all the Varsity N honorees from that sport to make their way to the table on your left, my right, over here. We will then call up each honoree individually for a photo, and each honoree should be holding their little card so I can say your name, rank, and serial number. You're going to take a photo with your head coach, Dr. Harrison, Dr. Martin, and our faculty athletic representative, Dr. Tina Kieser. First-time inductees will then sign the Varsity N honor scroll after their photo with the podium party. And once the last member from each sport's introduced, we'll take a team photo over on the other side of the lobby. And there will be time at the end of the ceremony for additional photos for all parents and guests, etc. And we're also going to take a group photo on the grand staircase to the back after the final closing remarks. So we ask that all honorees meet over there for that photo with the president, Dr. Martin, and Dr. Kieser. Everybody got that? There will now be a quiz. Underneath each of your seats, there's a piece of paper and a pencil. All right, here we go. The following 81, I think we've heard that number a few times, 81 student athletes have achieved academic success during the 2014 spring and fall semesters. We have 34 repeat honorees and 47 new inductees. And so, to start things off, here is the head coach of our men's golf team, Mr. Jim Bracken. There are two honorees from our men's golf team. Yeah, there he is. First, a repeat honoree, Stephen Molumby, whose major is mechanical engineering and a GPA of 3.69. Stephen Molumby. Our next honoree is a new inductee, majoring in geography with a GPA of 3.49, Michael O'Connor. Say cheese.
Say hole in what?
Thank you, Coach Bracken. Next, the head coach of our men's volleyball program, Mr. Jeff Campbell. Right this way. Our first honoree is a repeat honoree who's majoring in biology. GPA of 3.2. Give it up for Nicholas Alagrado. Next up is a new inductee majoring in urban planning with a GPA of 3.37, Greg Faulkner. Look how suddenly everybody got really small. Tina, are you standing up? Oh, come on. You're feeling bad for her? Next up, another midget. A new inductee majoring in applied fitness with a GPA of 3.24, Brian O'Gorman. Yes, that's what 6'10" looks like. And if I can put in a quick plug, if you want to hear me calling these guys' names out loud for the next couple of nights, Friday and Saturday nights in the Matadome at 7 p.m. Yay! Thank you, Coach Campbell. Next, our head coach of our men's and women's cross-country teams and men's and women's track and field teams, Avery Anderson. First up, we'll start with men's track and field. There are 4 honorees. First, a repeat honoree, majoring in mathematics with a GPA of 3.49, Taylor Kudequist. Next, a new inductee, majoring in communications with a GPA of 3.6, Joseph Blue. Next up, a new inductee from our men's track and field team, majoring in applied fitness, a GPA of 3.21, Daniel Jones.
Working hard. Where's the He's coming.
You ran out of salt.
Oh.
Thank you for having me figure that out.
Can I just leave?
Yeah, get out.
That's horrible.
Next, from our women's track and field team, majoring in applied fitness with a GPA of 3.44, here is Mariah Counts.
We're having personal photos. There you go.
Except I said your name last year.
Thank you.
Next, a repeat honoree, majoring in sociology, a GPA of 3.49, Jakayla Daniels. A new inductee, majoring in cinema and television arts, multimedia production with a GPA of 3.4, Lydia French. Another repeat honoree, majoring in communications with a GPA of 3.2, Stephanie Hicks.
Thank you. I'm stressed.
Another repeat honoree, majoring in communications, a GPA of 3.74, Megan Kiplitz. Another repeat honoree, majoring in recreation, a GPA of 3.51, Emma Millard. A new inductee, majoring in kinesiology, a GPA of 3.58, Tiffany Renault. Another repeat honoree, majoring in accounting, with a GPA of 3.97. Marissa Rossi. From our men's cross-country and track and field team, a new inductee majoring in mechanical engineering with a GPA of 3.36, Luis Chavez. Another repeat honoree, majoring in kinesiology, exercise science, a GPA of 3.92. Here is Marcelo Rosales. Here is a new inductee majoring in management with a GPA of 3.42, Rachel Duryea. A new inductee majoring in communication disorder pathology with a GPA of 3.48. Here is Kristen Tapia. Thank you, Coach Anderson. I now call up the head coach of our men's basketball program, Reggie Theus. A new inductee majoring in psychology with a GPA of 3.88, Robert Sid. Thank you, Coach Theus. And now the head coach of our women's water polo team, Marty Matthews, who has a ton of honorees here. First up from our women's water polo team, new inductee, majoring in tourism, hospitality, and recreation management with a GPA of 3.39, Jade Arner. A repeat honoree majoring in public health, a GPA of 3.28. Here is Natalie Averill. A two-time repeat honoree majoring in ecology and evolutionary biology with a GPA of 3.84. Marissa Young. A new inductee majoring in applied fitness, a GPA of 3.39. Here is Kelsey Ferreira. Here is a new inductee with a special major in sports psychology, a GPA of 3.5, Mackenzie Fowler. A new inductee majoring in psychology with a GPA of 3.9, Emily Fuller. Here is a repeat honoree majoring in marketing with a GPA of 3.38, Tatum Harrington. Here is a new inductee majoring in applied fitness with a GPA of 3.76, Mackenzie Polar. Thank you, Coach. Next up, the head coach of our men's soccer team, Terry Davila. A new inductee whose major is as yet undecided with a GPA of 3.33. Here is Juan Semillo. Here is a repeat honoree majoring in psychology with a GPA of 3.58, Shane Steffes. Here is a new inductee majoring in applied fitness, a GPA of 3.23, Richard Martinez. Here is another new inductee whose major is kinesiology, a GPA of 3.25, Trevor Morley. Thank you, Coach Davila. Next up, the head coach of our women's volleyball and sand volleyball teams, Jeff Stork. Here is a new inductee whose major is kinesiology exercise science, a GPA of 3.7, Julie Haig.
I'd like you to add in number 10. No, I'm just joking. And say it with like some passion, okay? I'm a new inductee. Let's go.
Here's a new inductee whose major is journalism with a GPA of 3.32, number 10, Mahina Haina. Another new inductee whose major is psychology, a GPA of 3.39, Stephanie Cerna. You're going that way.
Oh, I gotta leave.
Next up, a two-time repeat honoree who plays on both our women's volleyball and sand volleyball teams. Her major, she has a double major of psychology and child development, a GPA of 3.97. Casey Hinger. Thank you, Coach. And now the head coach of our women's golf team, Gina Umek. Here is a repeat honoree whose major is journalism with a GPA of 3.57, Sharon Shin. Thank you, Coach. Next up, the head coach of our women's basketball team, Jason Flowers. I know you. First, a new inductee whose major is applied fitness, a GPA of 3.35, Emily Cole. Here is a two-time repeat honoree whose major is journalism, a GPA of 3.68, Randy Fries. How are you? Good. Another repeat honoree whose major is child development, a GPA of 3.43, Ashley Gway. It's early in the week, too. Here is a new inductee whose major is an MA in Public Administration, a GPA of 3.63, Cinnamon Lister.
Oh, no, that's it. That's me. Say it long.
A new inductee whose major is journalism, a GPA of 3.63, Travis Newman. Here is a new inductee whose major is applied fitness with a GPA of 3.57, Caitlin King. Thank you, Coach Flowers. Next, the head coach of our women's soccer team, Mr. Keith West. A repeat honoree, majoring in kinesiology, whose GPA is 3.48, Tabitha Dixon.
Wow.
Here is a repeat honoree whose major is civil engineering with a GPA of 3.72, Nicole Thompson. Next up, a two-time repeat honoree whose major is English with a GPA of 3.72, Cynthia Tavoya. Next up, a new inductee whose major is public health, a GPA of 3.45, Cynthia Sanchez. Next up, a two-time repeat honoree who has a double major of finance and real estate, a GPA of 3.41, Brittany Sakajian. Here is another two-time repeat honoree whose major is psychology honors, a GPA of 3.89, Rachel Webb. Next up, a new inductee whose major is public health, a GPA of 3.54, Ariana Tron. Another new inductee whose major is journalism, a GPA of 3.55, Caitlin Von Meter. Another new inductee whose major is business law, a GPA of 3.45, Camille Watson. No, I'm sorry, you're not on. Thank you, Coach West. And now the better half of the Flowers coaching duo. Please welcome Tariah Flowers from our softball team. First up, a new inductee whose major is public health, a GPA of 3.47, Rebecca Bell. Here is another new inductee whose major is kinesiology, exercise science, with a GPA of 3.6, Taylor Glover. Hey, how are you? Shall I say hi? Next up, a repeat honoree whose major is kinesiology, exercise science, a GPA of 3.81, Madeline Handy. Next up, a new inductee whose major is also kinesiology, exercise science, a GPA of 3.39, Caitlin Hooper. Another new inductee whose major is criminal justice, a GPA of 3.57, Tara Clevenstein. Another new inductee whose major is Chicano Studies, a GPA of 3.21, Crystal Boggs. Next, a repeat honoree whose major is public health, a GPA of 3.63, Malin Mitchell. A new inductee whose major is liberal studies, a GPA of 3.23, Taylor Nate. Another new inductee whose major is criminal justice, a GPA of 3.2, Daphne Hofek. Next up, a new inductee whose major is Deaf Studies, a GPA of 3.35, Carissa Sherman. Next up, a new inductee whose major is psychology, a GPA of 3.86, Caitlin Turner. Next up, a repeat honoree going for her master's in public sector management with a GPA of 3.66, Jennifer Tyler. Thank you, Coach Flowers. And last but not least, I'm going to call up Gary Victor, the head coach of our women's tennis team. First, a repeat honoree whose major is communications with a GPA of 3.72, Leslie Chang. Here is a new inductee whose major is communications with a GPA of 3.32, Chris Rodriguez. Next up, a two-time repeat honoree whose major is management with a GPA of 3.58. Here is Corinne Schneider. Here is a new inductee whose major is supply chain management with a GPA of 3.83, Mickey Sue.
I know. Thank you.
Next up, a new inductee whose major is biology with a GPA of 3.78, Scout Shutter. Next up, a new inductee who's majoring in art with a GPA of 3.77, Mari Taslagia. Here is a new inductee whose major is psychology with a GPA of 3.33, Jessica Warren. Here is a new inductee whose major is environmental biology with a GPA of 3.31, Vivian Lynn. I believe that is it. I now want to welcome to the podium our faculty athletics representative, Dr. Tina Kiesler.
Thank you, Bill. Two of our Varsity N honor roll members, one male and one female, are awarded our top academic honor for having earned the highest spring and fall 2014 GPA. Without further ado, this year's Female Scholar Athlete of the Year, coming in ahead of the second place person by 1/1000th of a point, with a 3.968 GPA, from women's volleyball and sand volleyball, Casey Hinger. Come on up. We'll take a photo.
Is this time for photos? Congratulations. You get in there.
No.
Stay up here, Casey. Stay around, because we'll get a picture of both of you. This year's Male Scholar Athlete of the Year from men's cross country and track and field, with a 3.92 GPA, Marcelo Rosales. Are we going to get one of both of them? Do you want us to get one of both of them? Do you want us to get a photo of both of them together? Thanks. I also have the honor of announcing the top academic men's and women's teams based on their GPA. Joining us for this is AJ Perez, a representative from our proud corporate sponsor, Enterprise Rent-A-Car. AJ. Thank you, AJ. With a team GPA of 2.95, the men's team GPA goes to our men's golf team. Congratulations, guys.
No idea.
I'll stand up. Sorry.
Okay, just squeeze to your left.
Okay.
All right.
Nice job, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the women's team award with a GPA of 3.466, the women's tennis team.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Coach, I think we need a bigger stage.
This might
Congratulations. Congratulations. Shout out to your friends. Congratulations. Where's your coach? Come on.
Coach, get up here.
I should be here.
Oh, that was horrible.
Don't fall off.
Yeah, okay, so it's good. Oh,
Okay, that's not in the script. We'd like to thank our previous FAR, Dr. Sefton, for starting this celebration. If he's here, could you please stand up so we can acknowledge you? I saw him earlier.
Say his name again.
You can't hear
Dr. Sefton. And now back to Bill.
Thank you, Dr. Gieser. Before I call up our Director of Intercollegiate Athletics for the final remarks of the evening, I want to request that immediately following the conclusion of the program, if our 81 Varsity N honorees please head to the stairs with your Varsity N shirts, and we'll be taking a few group photos. I now recall to the podium our Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, Dr. Brandon Martin.
Thanks, Bill. Let's give all of our honorees a round of applause. Before we conclude tonight, I have one special award to highlight. I have the great privilege of announcing the second recipient of the Dick Enberg Postgraduate Scholarship. As many of you know, CSUN Athletics has partnered with the legendary Dick Enberg to support student athletes interested in postgraduate studies. Mr. Enberg is a member of our Matador Athletics Hall of Fame and is currently a broadcaster for the San Diego Padres. The qualifications for this scholarship include being a Matador student athlete who will graduate with a 3.2 GPA, be a four-year letter winner, and major in education, health and human development, psychology, or journalism. With that, I am proud to introduce the second recipient of the Dick Enberg Postgraduate Scholarship for Academic Excellence. With a scholarship of $5,000 to put towards her graduate studies, please welcome from women's water polo, Kiernan Davis.
That is sweet. Congratulations.
We're taking a shot. Congratulations, Kieran. Lastly, we cannot conclude this event without acknowledging one group that has been vital to the success of all of our student athletes. This group has been around for upwards to 18 to 22 years and have been the #1 fans and supporters of our student athletes. May I please have all of the parents and grandparents of our honorees please stand. Thank you so much for being a part of our CSUN family. We sincerely appreciate all of the work you have put into building such great adults. Thank you all for being here tonight, and I hope to honor more Varsity N recipients next year. Thank you so much. Go Mariners.